The year I got my first real raise, I bought a better car. Not a new car, a better car. The one I had was paid off, ran perfectly, and had never given me a problem. But it was the car of someone earning what I used to earn. A $4,200 raise felt like permission to upgrade. I also moved to a nicer apartment, not immediately, 3 months later, when the lease came up, and the gym I had been putting off, and the streaming services I had been too careful to add, and the restaurants I had been ordering the cheaper thing at. None of it felt like a decision. It felt like finally catching up to the life I had been working toward. My name is David, and when I calculated, years later, what those upgrades had cost me in retirement wealth, not in monthly spending, but in the compounding future value of the difference, the number was $162,000. From one raise, from choices that felt reasonable, from the natural human tendency to let lifestyle grow every time income grows. The term for this is lifestyle inflation, and it is the most expensive financial pattern most middle-class earners never consciously identify, because it never feels like a mistake while it is happening. It feels like a reward. The economic concept underneath lifestyle inflation is called hedonic adaptation, the documented human tendency to return to a stable baseline level of satisfaction regardless of what positive changes occur in life circumstances. Research published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that after significant positive events, a raise, a promotion, a new purchase, people return to their previous baseline happiness level within approximately 3 to 6 months. The car feels exciting for a quarter. Then it is just the car. The nicer apartment feels expansive for a season. Then it is just where you live. The money continues to leave the account every month. The elevated satisfaction does not. This is the mechanism that makes lifestyle inflation so persistent. The spending increase is permanent. The happiness increase is temporary. And each new baseline becomes the floor from which the next upgrade is evaluated. Dr. Daniel Kahneman at Princeton has written extensively about the difference between experiencing satisfaction and remembering it. His research suggests that humans are systematically poor at predicting how much lasting happiness a purchase or upgrade will produce. We overestimate the duration of the positive feeling. We underestimate how quickly it will become the new normal. Every lifestyle upgrade is evaluated against a predicted emotional outcome that research consistently shows will not materialize at the predicted intensity or duration. Now, I want to show you 3 specific patterns of lifestyle inflation that appear across middle-class earners in their late 20s and 30s. Because the pattern looks different depending on the person, but the underlying math is always the same. The first is the incremental upgrade cycle. A woman named Keisha is 30. She earns $4,100 per month take-home. Over 3 years, she has received 2 raises, totaling approximately $600 per month in additional take-home. Of that $600, she has absorbed approximately $520 per month into lifestyle. The apartment upgrade when the lease renewed. The phone upgrade when the contract ended. The subscription additions that each seemed individually minor. The shift from cooking at home most nights to ordering in most nights. Each individual upgrade was a reasonable standalone decision, evaluated one at a time. None of them were obviously wrong choices. Collectively, they consumed 87% of her raise income. Her savings rate after the 2 raises is approximately the same as before them. Her income increased by $600 per month over 3 years. Her savings increased by approximately $80 per month. At 7% annual return over 30 years, that $80 per month captures approximately $81,000 in retirement wealth. If she had captured 50% of each raise instead, $300 per month into savings, the 30-year outcome would have been approximately $305,000. The difference between capturing 50% of raises versus 20% over 3 years, approximately $224,000 in retirement wealth. From the same raises, same income, different allocation. The second pattern is the income jump reset. A man named Darius is 34. He spent his late 20s in a modest apartment, driving a used car, living within a budget he was proud of. At 32, he got a significant promotion His income increased by approximately $22,000 per year. He made 3 decisions in the 12 months following the promotion. He moved to a nicer apartment, $1,100 more per month. He bought a new car on a lease, $420 per month. He began eating and traveling in a way that matched the professional identity he now felt he had earned. His new lifestyle costs approximately $2,000 per month more than his previous lifestyle. His raise produced approximately $1,800 per month in additional take-home. He is spending more than his raise. Darius is a specific and common version of the income jump reset, the lifestyle upgrade that exceeds the income increase it was funded by. He now earns significantly more than he did at 30 and has approximately the same monthly savings rate he had then. So, the promotion produced more stress and more spending, and approximately the same financial progress. At 34, $28,000 of annual lifestyle upgrade spending over 2 years represents approximately $340,000 in retirement wealth foregone at 7% over 30 years. The third pattern is the social comparison upgrade. A woman named Aliyah is 29. Her income is solid, $3,800 per month take home. Her spending is calibrated not to what she needs or has decided she wants, but to what the people around her appear to have. The neighborhood she lives in, the restaurants she is seen at, the vacations she posts, the apartment that matches the aesthetic of the people she spends time with. Research from the University of Chicago on relative income and life satisfaction found that people's reported satisfaction with their income is more closely correlated to how they rank relative to their social peers than to their absolute income level. Aliyah's spending decisions are largely made by reference class, what is normal for the people in her world, not what produces actual satisfaction for her specifically. She could spend significantly less on several categories without any meaningful reduction in her actual experienced quality of life. But reducing those categories would feel like falling behind the reference class she has calibrated to. The social comparison upgrade is the most difficult to address because it requires not just a financial decision, but a redefinition of which reference class the person is comparing to. The most financially useful comparison is not to peers in your current social circle. It is to your future self, the person you will be at 65, and whether the monthly spending decisions you are making now are producing the retirement that person deserves. Now I want to show you what the arithmetic of lifestyle inflation actually looks like across a career timeline. Assume a person begins their career at 25, earning $3,000 per month take-home. They receive modest raises, averaging 3% per year. By age 45, their take-home is approximately $5,400 per month, an increase of approximately $2,400 per month over 20 years. If they absorb 90% of each raise into lifestyle, the common pattern, their savings rate by 45 is approximately the same as at 25. The income grew significantly. The savings grew minimally. If they capture 50% of each raise into savings, the deliberate alternative, by 45, they are saving approximately $1,200 more per month than at 25. The lifestyle also improved. The other 50% of each raise absorbed. But the savings grew proportionally with income. The difference in retirement account value at 65 between these two paths, at 7% annual return, approximately $800,000. Same income, same career, different allocation of the same raises. The $162,000 number from my own situation was a conservative estimate applied to a single 3-year period. Across a full career, the gap between these two patterns is measured in multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now I want to give you the 3 structural changes that interrupt the lifestyle inflation cycle, not through willpower, but through the same automation and structural design that makes any other financial behavior reliable. The first is the raise allocation rule. Every time your income increases, 50% of the net increase goes directly to an automatic savings or investment transfer. Effective on the same paycheck the raise takes effect. Not next month. Not after you see how the new amount feels. The same paycheck. The implementation is simple. When you receive a raise notification, log into your payroll or HR system and increase your 401k contribution by half the gross raise amount. If the raise is $400 gross per month, increase the 401k contribution by $200 per month. The lifestyle adjustment happens on the remaining 50%. It feels like a raise because it is a raise. The savings increase happens automatically before the new amount can be absorbed into the baseline. The second is the subscription audit rule. Every 6 months, review every recurring charge. Not to feel virtuous about canceling things. To answer one specific question, if I were signing up for this today, knowing what I now know about my actual usage, would I choose this at this price? The subscriptions that survive this question should stay. The ones that would not be chosen today should be canceled today. The financial value of this audit is approximately $90 to $150 per month for the average middle-class household, based on the subscription spending patterns we covered in a previous video. At 7% annual return over 20 years, $100 per month is approximately $92,000. The third is the reference class reorientation. Choose a comparison point that serves your financial future rather than your present social positioning. The most effective version of this is a specific written financial identity statement, not a vague aspiration. A specific description of what your finances look like at 65, what monthly income your account produces, what the account balance is, and what that retirement makes possible. Read this statement once per month, at the same time as your financial review. The research on goal salience, how prominently a goal is held in mind during ongoing decisions, shows that goals that are reviewed regularly exert more influence on daily choices than goals that are set and forgotten. Most people set retirement goals and do not think about them again, until a market event or birthday prompts a moment of anxiety. The monthly reread makes the future self a participant in present spending decisions rather than a stranger who will deal with the consequences later. These 3 changes, the raise allocation rule, the subscription audit, the reference class reorientation, are not heroic sacrifices. They are structural adjustments that take 1 evening to implement and 30 minutes per month to maintain. The lifestyle inflation they interrupt has been running quietly and compounding against you every year since your first raise. $162,000 was my number from one period. The full career number for the average middle-class earner who never implements these changes is significantly larger. Your number is calculable, and the calculation begins with the raise that is either coming or already happened and has already been partially absorbed. My name is David. If this changed how you think about your last raise, hit the like button now. The next video covers the exact raise allocation setup. How to adjust the 401k contribution the same day the raise takes effect. What to do if your employer does not offer a 401k. And the one account type that captures the raise benefit at the highest possible tax efficiency. One question for the comments. Think about your last raise. What percentage of it actually increased your savings rate versus what percentage was absorbed into lifestyle? Drop your honest estimate below.